Hello and welcome to Lunar Soul Tarot. To my subscribers, welcome back again and thank you for joining me. And to those who haven't joined me before, a big welcome. And it's lovely to have you all here. So what we're going to do today is I want to do a reading. Right here in the UK at the moment, we have the Festival of Imbolc, or Imbolc, if I'm never quite sure how to say it, but it figures around the sort of turning of sort of winter into spring or very early growth. So it's a time of renewal and Bridget, or sometimes it's also called St. Bridget's Day. It's also Candlemas in the Christian calendar. So it's a festival of light. It's a fire festival, and that fire represents a creative energy. So it's a spark. So it's the spark that brings up those little crocuses and snowdrops and all that kind of thing. I'm having a struggle with these cards today. I've got no idea why. So we're going to go on a sort of, we're going to use the Spirit Animal Oracle to start with, to pick an energy for you that you need to adapt or adopt, whatever. And we're also using the Woodland Oracle and the Guardian of the Night and the Green Witch's Oracle. So we're staying quite organic. So we're going to look at what can inspire you to latch onto that fresh energy. So what do you need to create a spark in your life? The spark of something new. So here we go. 1, 2, and 3. And let's have a look at what we have. So we have Fox Spirit, think on your feet. And that's the third card. We're doing the rundown. So if you're as old as me, it'll be like Top of the Pops. Nightingale Spirit, love is all around. Gorgeous colours, those emerald greens are lovely, and those sort of reds and ambers, that one is lovely too. And then we have Parrot Spirit, watch your words. So are you attracted to the parrot, the nightingale, or the fox? Or if you're attracted to more than one, it might be there's different elements around you that you need to spark. So if more than one resonates with you, go with more than one. If one resonates with, go with that one. If you like all three, have a look at all three. You might get something out of all three. But if the nightingale is singing to you, then pick the nightingale. So if you're attracted by the fox, then go with the fox. And if you like Pretty Polly, then you can go with Pretty Polly. And I'll see you in a minute for the readings. Thank you. So hello and welcome to reading 1. So I'm looking at this parrot, and what's your words? And there's two things that come to mind really for me with this. And this one is this. What you say to yourself, there's, you know, what do we call it? Attracting abundance is one of the key phrases at the moment. So what you say to yourself in your head can often dictate your mood. So if you get up and get out of bed and say, oh God, it's going to be one of those days again, that's what you believe, and that is what's going to happen, really. If you get up and say, oh, it's a new day, let's see what the world is going to unfurl, that's a slightly different attitude, okay? So what you say to yourself in your head can affect your entire attitude and being, all right? So, and with affirmation being sort of one of those big key things at the moment, what you say to yourself also affirms kind of what you give out to other people and what you believe. Secondly, with words, you can change, what is it they'd say, like the pen is mightier than the sword, isn't it? So you can change how somebody feels about themselves. You can change the atmosphere and the sort of topic of a conversation. Or you can also get words out of other people by leading with your words, if you like. So sort of two main streams to this. We're going for the Green Witch Oracle, not Green Witch, the Green Witch. So we've got this one. Oh, look at that. I love a pine tree. And we're going to start with a couple of oracle cards. And then we're going to our Woodland Wardens. So I like working with animal and sort of plant oracles a lot because they sort of the woodland and the animal world are great sort of leads into the subconscious. Oh, there we have it. So, and so the duck and the chrysanthemum. Yeah. Right. Okay. Here we go. So, pine trees are about clarification. They're also about here on this card it's vitality, longevity, and perseverance. So, and these pines are sitting on a fir cone. So fir cones are an incredible weather gauge. So they can tell you when it's going to rain and when it's dry. So when it's dry, they open up, and I think maybe those are stars, maybe they're not, but they have little spores in them, little seeds. So when they open up, they release their seeds and spread them around, and when it's rain, they protect themselves by closing up, so they don't get, so those seeds stay dry and don't rot. So there is an element of preservation about them. So pine is also a great clarifier. It really is. So if you think of your sort of bathroom products or kitchen products, often have pine in, because it hits the nostrils, and it sort of really makes everything feel clean, and they do contain natural antiseptics and clarifying elements. So it's a fabulous herb to have. So ducks always make me think they're very loyal, and they're sort of family orientated, and they look beautiful as they go along. There's also this element of, you know, them sort of paddling away under the water. So whilst they look sort of like sort of calm and controlled and all that on the top of the water, there's all this stuff going on underneath. So the main message I'm getting here is there's a sense of sort of nervous energy. So, and what you need to ignite, because we are talking about how to create spark, a new spark in your life, is find commentary, a sort of dialect or narration, if you like, that is going to create a calm around you. So that's within yourself. So you wake up and you go, oh. So if you've got something big on, or something you don't quite love doing, you wake up and go, once I've done this, then I've got the rest of the day to get on with. Okay? So you can turn it on a positive. Okay? You can give it a positive spin. So, and likewise, if you've got to talk to people, I was a teacher for years, and before that I was a makeup artist dresser, and all you do is talk to people all day. So if you're talking or your language is negative, then that's the atmosphere you're going to create in a room. If your language is clear, concise and upbeat, that's the energy you're going to create. So for me, your flame, your spark, is your language, what energy you put in that. So you can also carry that along. So if you to read a book, if you have a book on the go all the time, find a book which has a positive or eloquent language, okay? Because that will sink in psychologically as well. So the chrysanthemum, I'm not so familiar with, so I am going to go to the book. Let's have a look. Duck and chrysanthemum. Here I go. Where will it be? Is it number? It's number 10. 10. Duck and the chrysanthemum. Right, so let's find it. But keep going. 9, 10. Here we go. Lovely. So basically, the phrase luck isn't just a light-hearted rhyme. It's not a phrase I'm familiar with, I have to say. Love a duck, yes. Ducks can be symbols of good fortune. In Egypt, ducks were associated with riches, especially gold, frequently given as offerings to the god. Other likewise chrysanthemums, bursting forth in long, elegant petals, signify abundance. So luck can be fickle and mysterious, false, but it's also, as Roman philosopher Seneca once mused, what happens when preparation meets opportunity. So, and the key phrase is, you are on the brink of good fortune, be open to situations that may bring about positive transformation. So going back to the old sort of affirmation abundance, I think if you start to clarify your thoughts and your language and the way you verbally approach situations, the luck will follow. That's what I'm getting from this at the moment. So let's go and lay some tarot cards and see if we can get some guidance on the area you need to apply this to, or whether it's people, or whether it's work, or whether it's all about you. So, and I'm gonna again, that's lovely. So, and let's cut and cut. I love these cards, they're beautiful. But if you've got small hands like me, they are a nightmare to shuffle. I'll just give it a little go. And so we've got one there. And 4 cards, please. What are we going to spark up? So what is going to give us good fortune? And what? Oh, here we go. So let's have another. We'll have that. Oh, we've got 2 there. Okay, we'll have both. No, not too many there. Sorry, there's 3 or 4. So we'll start again. And there we go. That's, we've still got 2, but all right, so we're going with those. Let's see if I can get those all in camera. Just about, yes. And lovely. Good. Okay, let's see what we hear. Got this to the side. So we have the 4 of Cups. We have the Magician. Aha. Don't you love it when it all comes together? I do. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the 4 of Swords. So that's interesting. We're sort of so you have 2 4s on the outside. I just have some coffee. Lovely, thank you. We have 2 1s, and we have the Page of Swords in the middle. So our Page of Swords sitting through here is wit and intelligence. It can be an idea or an impression, but it's ideas. If you think of this as a card of mental energy, it's ideas that you need to control. And he gives you the page. We have our, what is it, a pine or a martyr or a... so he's a very adaptable little creature. And very quick-witted. And up here we have the crescent moon. That's the new moon. So what I'm getting here is, if you start thinking in a new way, new things, new ideas will start coming through to you. So what will happen is people will pursue in a different way. So for instance, if you're normally very, very quiet and you don't verbalize a lot, you may want to prepare yourself beforehand, and that's perfectly okay. We have the Four of Cups here and the Four of Swords. So it's both emotion and mentality. So you can get yourself into the right frame of mind to deliver those words. So, and it doesn't have to be, you don't have to say a lot to get your point across. You just need to say it right. So keep your language positive, keep your attitude positive, and people will look at you and you will get positive energy back. Okay, this is saying the Magician is here to help put everything together. It gives you all the edge you need to create this. Basically, he's in control of all four elements, and he knows how to use them to make something work. And so with these cards on the outside, I'm saying you can take your time, you can stack, and you can get your head in order and also your heart in order. So it's not just about sort of mentally finding right space and working through so you come out with the right frame. It's also controlling your emotions too, because that's what they're about. They're about stability. So from now on, from this moment, what I'm saying to you is you're being given clarification and the opportunity and the good fortune to be able to turn your situation around. So whether that's for a relationship or it's for a project, a collaboration, a presentation to put forward, you are going to find the correct words and get yourself relaxed and give yourself time so that you can create right energy, spark it up to change your fortune. That's the basic summary of this, okay? So you need to use your wit and your eloquence and as I say, this is what's your words, but I would choose your words. So select what you're going to say. It might be you might be very confident, and sometimes you just go out there and say too much, or you're too open a book. It might be the opposite, that you're very shy and that you don't often speak up. Either way, there's a happy medium. And so think about what you want to say first and how you're going to say it. If you need to, rehearse it through in your head and make sure you feel happy with it. And it could change the whole situation, basically, and bring a lot of luck into you. So I'm not getting the feeling of relationships here. So I am getting the feeling of sort of work situations, public situations. So whether or not you're going for an interview, whether or not you make a presentation, or you've just got to sort of, or you've joined a club and you want to give the right impression, that's what this energy is about. So think before you open your mouth, select your vocabulary carefully, and also prepare yourself. And good luck to you. I hope this resonated with you, and I hope it sparks a really good flame in your life. Love and blessings. If you like this reading, you can like and subscribe, etc. And thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you in another reading again. Cheers. Hello, and welcome to reading 2. Group 2, you have the Nightingale spirit, and we don't get many nightingales in this part of London, but there is an old film called A Nightingale in Berkeley Square, and it's an old British sort of, I suppose, rom-com, really. I think with Michael, I can't remember, Anna Neagle, and so it's a really old film, but there we go. So, and what I'm getting this is Nightingale burns at night, hence Nightingale. And if you're in Berkeley Square, well, you don't my luck. But you also don't need much light because you're lit, being part of the West End. But not everywhere that the Nightingale sing is got a lot of street lighting. So it's kind of like so let's have some cards to go with it. I'll put that down as I'm talking. What you need, what it's saying is, even if your darkest place, there is love around you. All right. So, and you want to listen for that nightingale. So if you can't find the nightingale, then sing yourself a song, a happy one, like the sun has got his hat on or something. Gosh, where is all this stuff coming from? This is ancient. I've got some very old spirits with me today. So I'm not going to sing you the sun has got his hat on, but the first line goes, the sun has got his hat on, hip hip hooray. And walking staff, and oak and ash. Okay. So this is telling me that you might be feeling a bit low. In fact, you're not feeling very sparkish at all. And if that's the case, or you're just feeling sort of dull, there is support for you. That's interesting. There's a rune, radio, on this staff. And I'm not entirely sure what that means. And you've got a little pine tree or a little Christmas tree at the top of that hill. This is Scottish name this, and I can't remember what it is, but it's a pile of rock. And when you climb up the mountains, you sort of add your rock pile to say that you've been there. So what this is suggesting me is there's other people around you, or there are people that you contact that have been where you are now. All right, and they are going to help provide you with support and the energy and the fint, if you like, to create your own spark. We also have the ash tree here. I don't know much about elks because we also don't get many in London, but I do know about the ash, and the ash was sacred to the Norse people. I hope it was sacred to other peoples, but in particular because it grows long and straight, and it provided oars and spears for them. It's a great shock absorber. So today it's used a lot for snooker cues and pool cues, billiard cues, whatever you want to call them. So what this is saying to me is, if you need someone to help you make it through the night, there is support for you. Okay, but there's also a lot you can do yourself. When I say sing a little happy tune, it could be by listening to the right thing on the radio or playing the right music. It will help lift your spirits. I also I'm going to have a look in the book because I'm not great with runes, or what I'm not great with is remembering what they are. So I'm going to look this up because I'm sure it will have it in here. So these are not numbered, so I'm going to have to look in the index. Is there an index? Please say there's an index. No. What about, is there a thing at the back? No. So I have to say it's a great little book, but walking staff, here we go, lovely. Support and encouragement, yeah. So walking staff, it doesn't tell me what radio means. Okay, move on. I mean, I'm assuming it does mean support or that kind of thing. And the elk is an extraordinary animal because it can cover a lot of ground, and it can adapt itself to all sorts of kinds of weather. So very cold weather as well as the warm summer weathers. It's a temperate beast, if you like. So, and it moves where the grass is. So you need to move yourself out to find the food, the nourishment you need. So, and that's where your spark is going to come from. Let's have some tarot cards, and I'll see if I can do these. And because I've got quite... Okay, thank you. Let's see where we need or where that spark is going to come from. We can have a fourth one. That's too many. And I should have just taken them off the top. We're going to have that one. All right, so let's have a look. And I think one more. Okay, that's good. That one. All right, lovely. So what's the situation? So the Queen of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. Okay. Right, so what you need to do is you need to be thinking straight on quite a confusing emotional situation. One that you have that you are able to away from with relative ease. So in other words, you can walk from one mood or take yourself from one mood or atmosphere into another. So what you want to be careful of is that you're not doing yourself. That may sound hard, in fact it is, but we have the Ace of Swords, Ace of Swords, next to the Seven of Cups. So Ace of Swords brings in new inspiration and ideas, and it also brings in clarity. And we have the Queen of Swords here, and Queen of Swords, unlike the Nightingale, and she's saying, you know, got to get yourself up again. But however, there is plenty of support around you, and the dawn is not far away. What you don't need to do is take on too much. So you can do this at your own pace. But your imagination wander. Don't go into any kind oh, it's been so hard, or I feel so sorry for myself. You'll have time to do that at another time, okay? Uh, make sure that you sing a happy tune. So, I don't know if you like a bit of black humour. Uh, I have to say, I'm a big fan of Ricky Gervais. I know not everybody's cup of tea, but he kind of, he's the truth, but in a very sort of uh, wrapped up way, almost an affectionate way, I think, but that's just my opinion. And that's kind of what you need at the moment, all right? So, and do use the support that's around you. So, I'm thinking you need either to relocate or re-educate. That's the energy I'm getting from here. Okay, so learn something new or take yourself off to somewhere new so you can see things differently, and you're going to get that spark. So, and I'm guessing it's the darkest before the dawn, so the light is not far away. That is not far away. But I love this card, actually. It's quite an interesting card for the Nine of Wands, because the Nine of Wands is sort of it's compounding yourself, if you like. It's giving yourself too much to do, or it's giving yourself it's putting up boundaries around you. And we have this porcupine here with the fox, and kind of what it's saying is that porcupine doesn't need to put up any boundaries, in a sense, because it's already got its spiky, its quills to protect it. So you can let go of that because you've already got enough protection around you. So what these little, I'm looking at these little, they're mayfly, I guess, sort of attracting my attention. And it's interesting because they're you can switch that light on whenever you want to. That's what I'm getting from this. You can let go of that sort of tension, of that, and it's not because I'm in a sort of deep emotional. I'm just getting sort of a lazy energy. So sorry, I've got to take it as I see it. So I'm saying you need to pick yourself up and take yourself to another place, and you have. So it might be the case that you need to phone somebody up and say, "You can come for the weekend," or let's go on a walk together, or start learning something new, because that's where you'll find your spark. That's where you'll find your new creative energy. That's going to ignite your flame. That's what's gonna do it. So I'm not going to harp on at you anymore. I'm just saying, like, sing yourself a song. you could sing, well, you're probably not old enough to remember The Sun Has Got His Hat On, but you can Google it. It could be Raindrops on Roses, and I can't remember the rest of the lyrics. These are a few of my favourite things. It could be some sort of, is rap happy? I don't think so. Just find yourself a happy song to sing, and get yourself out there. So put your clear thinking hat on, and don't worry too much about putting up boundaries. You don't need to. You don't need to carry this load yourself, but don't dress it up, and avoid any sort of illusion, because this is about sort of illusions, if you like, or not necessarily seeing a thing clearly. You can do it like that, really. It's that simple. And if you want to, you can even find the song A Nightingale Sang in Berkeley Square, and have a bit of nostalgia in your life. So guys, I hope this resonated with you. Good luck, and enjoy your journey. Love, blessings, and I hope you'll join me for another reading. And just a quickie, you can also like, subscribe, etc. And thank you very much for listening. Hello, reading 3. You've chosen the Wily Fox, and it says, think on your, and that's where you're going to find your spark. And I love the fox. He's surrounded by feathers. It's almost, he's got a sort of bow on. And foxes are hugely intelligent and adaptable. In London now, we have foxes around us. I see them sort of particularly at dusk, and they blend in with the cats really, but they've adapted themselves to urban living, so they are very intelligent beasts. So I think there's an element here of you needing adaptability, or to be quick-witted in a situation. And the number here is 9. I'm looking at that 27. And 9 is a number of sort of completeness. So it's about having all your, using all your talents, or some of things, to. So let's have a card from here. Ooh, the chipmunk. Okay, chipmunk, lovely. And that's something I'm going to have to look up. I'm sure they're a bit squirrel-like, but we do have chipmunks here in London. So, and let's have some of these. Find your spark. There was a cartoon years ago, wasn't there, about chipmunks, I think. There we are. Tend. Oh, maintenance, encouragement and guidance, success. That's quite interesting. So I am going to look up laurel. Know about laurel, or it's a true laurel, as it's bay. And of course the bay leaf is used in culinary use, but also bay is a narcotic and was used by the oracles at Delphi, and they used to burn it and waft smoke around. I won't go into how they used to use it. And because it's a narcotic, they used to use it for divination, basically. So there's an element here of having a secret knowledge as well, and good fortune for success. Let's find, that's a skunk, that's not a chipmunk. Let's see what the book tells us. Here we go, chipmunk. Chipmunk and laurel symbolises a new venture that will surely lead to success. The chipmunk often takes to the road less travelled, finding hidden pathways and adventure along the way. The laurel is a symbol of the Olympic Games. Yeah, it is. Together they take off in charge of, they tell us to take charge of our own destiny, carve our own path and find success. So there is a huge element here. So we've talked about adaptability and wit. We've also we have the sense of adventure, something new, and we have here maintenance, so maintenance, maintenance, management and guidance. So what I'm getting from this, for to ignite your spark, lead to some things before you set off. Make sure everything is attuned, so you can dart about and use your quickness and your energy to dart from one direction to another. It sounds like you're going to make the journey as you go, which, because that can lead you in all sorts of actions and to all sorts of adventures. I'll just check my candles, right? That's good. Great fun, actually. Yeah, you go. So add some of these. That one. Go again. I want 3 more. Oh, another one. 3 there. Thank you. I'll receive. Let's have a look. These ones. Tradition. We have the 6 of Swords. We have Judgment. We have the Lovers, and have the Queen of Cups. So this is really interesting. So what this is saying to me is your spark, your drive, your energy is going to enter new territory. It's going to take you on. Not a challenge journey, but a very interesting one. So, and things that might be troublesome to others or might be difficult to others are not going to be difficult for you because you are able to think on your feet. It might be that you have a particular idea of what you want to do. So this is a relationship, a project, or just something you're doing for fun, for leisure. You might start out with an idea of what you're going to do, and then but where you actually go, the journey is going to be as interesting as the end result. And so, for instance, if you plan to go the old jalopy, what it's saying is the old jalopy might break down on the way, but while you've got the bonnet up and trying to fix the engine, somebody else might come along with a newer jalopy or coach or espace or something, whatever they have these days, and they offer you a lift. So you leave jalopy and you get in the new swanky model, and off you go in that. There's all alertness to this. You've got judgment, it's a wake up call, and there's little birdie, go at the snake. So we've also got, so there's a lot of communication here as well, because what snakes all here, we have an element, not an elephant, transformation. So we have Six of Swords here, which sees you coming out of a difficult situation. So any barriers you meet or any stops that occur on the way, you can deal with as you progress, because you've got the talents with you to do that. You have the adaptability and the wit to make the situation work for you or turn the situation around. You're not so, for instance, if you're on a holiday, you're not going to go for the all-in version. You're going to say, fly to Greece, you'll get the boat to some of the islands, and you'll meet different people on the way. There'll be other interests along as you go. Add more sparks so that you can increase the energy, add more to the story. So the Lovers is fundamentally a card of choice, and in this version here We've also got this, like the wand of Hermes. So you have the snake energy. We have I think that's a moth. Moths are, in sense, like butterflies, so they're an object of transformation or a civilization. So we're not going to arrive at the end of the journey or at the end of whatever this project is the same as you started off. And what we've got here is this lovely nurturing energy. Queen of Cups is full control of her emotions. That doesn't mean she's aloof or holds back on her emotions. It means she's just got loads to give, you know. It's the mother energy, it's the nurturing, it's the it's unconditional love. So it's as you give love, you will receive. So there's a possibility that this could be a partnership or a collaboration of some kind. Oddly, I'm not getting romance. There could be a romance. It could be, soulmates. Two really good mates have a good time, who really understand one another and can sort of duck and dive together, if you like. What's one another? That's what I'm getting this. And this spark, this urge you have to get out and start this journey, this new project, find this new thread, is going to lead to this relationship, and that's very warming, touching. So, and as I say, there's an element of romance to it. I don't know. For me, it's more like a soulmate. Somebody that you get along with. You feel like you've known for a time. You just have a really good sort of vibe together. And so, whether this, so if it's around a project or sort of work, then it'd be really successful. It'd be bump free, but the bumps will provide you laughs and time to stop and time to fix things and punch the journey. And yeah, there's a lot of love around it too. So Fox Spirit, if you're thinking on your feet and you step out there and start something new, go for it, really. I say it's not going to be without the pickup, but they're ups, stay for a while and goes. And if stay, and you'll be able to laugh about it as well. Laugh, you'll learn, you'll pick new information, you'll create stories, you're going to have a fabulous time. Yeah, life's going to be good. Cheers, thank you. I hope this resonates with you, and I hope you can relate it to some area of your life. And if you like this read, please join again, and you like and subscribe as well. Thank you. Love and blessings.